And the dangers of vaping, the disease doctors are seeing a lot more of in the North Bay.
Vaping is on the rise. According to the American Lung Association, the use of e-cigarettes among teens has risen 900% since 2011. And in Marin County, officials have seen a rise in health issues related to vaping. Paige Brown-Kelly, respiratory therapist at Marin General Hospital, is here with me today. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
Can you talk a little bit about why vaping is especially harmful for teens?
Well, in some ways, it is more harmful to teens than adults because the part of the brain that nicotine responds to is still developing in teens. And this continues to develop until you're 25. So this puts them at a higher risk for addiction.
And one of the risks is popcorn lung syndrome. Can you tell us what that is and why it's so prevalent amongst those who vape?
Well, the research is still being pursued, but it's interesting and it's really scary. It's a slang term used for a syndrome that developed with people using microwave popcorn. And if you look at the packaging on microwave popcorn, it says don't stand close to the microwave because these fumes emit a chemical that causes this syndrome, and unfortunately it's being found in vaping products.
Now, some people have actually switched to vaping thinking that, well, it's better than traditional cigarettes, but that's not true.
Oh, it is so not true. And the industry knows this, so they've changed their marketing strategy from using the word safe to saying it's less harmful. And it took us 20 to 30 years to find out the information, the chemicals that were added in the long-term effects of traditional smoking. And research is already coming in with the fact that teenagers who start vaping have a 2 to 7 times higher risk of going to traditional smoking. And we know, the long-term consequences and the risks that this presents.
And what are some of the side effects of vaping?
Well, I mean, we can start with the most common would be just a sore throat and, irritated and coughing. But unfortunately, the increased heart rate and blood pressure puts people at a very high risk for heart disease, respiratory disease. And one of the chemicals that they found in vape products is formaldehyde. And this is something when users turn their vape to a very high setting, they're exposed to, and this is a known carcinogenic.
For those who are saying, I know I should quit, but I can't, I'm addicted, what options are there for teens, even adults?
Even adults, we know that nicotine is harder to quit than alcohol, cocaine, and some barbiturates. So there are good options out there. At Marin General, we have a very good program that looks over everyone's histories. We make sure that people are well educated about the risks, and we make sure you get the best options. And we have a lot of resources to support people.
All right.
In this process.
Paige, thank you so much for bringing this good information to us today.
Well, thank you for bringing it up.
All right, Dan.
Okay, Alma, thank you. Interesting and important information.